Like, we would like to bury the hatchet on the grief that we went through and on the bad time. Not in the band, but just around us, you know? It was like all the pressure and stuff. So it wasn't fun, but now it's really good fun again.
Bury the Hatchet hit stores today. Here they are, the adorable Cranberries!
And a great band from Ireland who sold over 30 million albums worldwide. Tonight they're performing a song from their new CD, Bury the Hatchet. Please welcome the Cranberries.
started this album, it kind of started as demos. It was more or less to see what way things would go. But when we decided to tour again, we kind of drew up a few rules and we told everybody this is the way we're going to do it. And if they didn't agree to that, well, forget about it. We'd be quite content to just go home.
Our next guest, as you know, a great rock and roll band from Limerick Island. Their new CD right here, entitled Bury the Hatchet, is in stores tomorrow. And go in and ask for the album with the giant eye and there's a naked guy. Yeah. And then you get another look at it here, but just ask for the giant eye with the naked guy. And then you go home with this.
I wanted to talk about the cover of the record because that's the first thing we see before listening to it. And a lot of people will say, hey, this looks like a Pink Floyd cover. And there is a reason to it, because it's the same guy.
Yes, it is the same guy.
How did the collaboration come about?
He's an amazing artist, isn't he?
When we were doing finishing off the album, was mixing in. We were in London at the time. It was September, I suppose, August, September, and we were just finishing up. And we met Storm through a friend of ours, and he came down to the studio. And we talked to him for a few hours, and then over the next couple of months, we kept meeting up with him. And just he really gets into your psychology and the whole thing, and goes through everything like it. personality inside the lyrics and everything.
And I imagine you were fans of probably his work beforehand, yeah.
It's great.
And it's actually a metaphor, and it's a metaphor for basically a period that we went through. And this is supposed to be like how we felt 3 years ago, the freaked out kind of paranoid
And this is
overworked.
now?
And this is now. It's like dealing with it and accepting it, and learning to be happy about things and not be negative and not let negative get you down, but stand up and rejoice.
Do you often stand naked in fields?
Yes, regularly, actually. And I like to do it with, particularly with cows and piglets.
We'll make a
Run
note of
around
that.
naked.
They had an accident, but they never noticed anyway. A lack of originality, couldn't focus on the day. So much for the radio, everybody sounds the same. Everybody wears the same clothes now, and everybody plays the game. Copycat, 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 copy, 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 copy yourself. Copycat, 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 copy, copy, copy everyone else. Copycat, 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 copy, 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 copy yourself. Copycat, 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 copy, copy, copy everyone else.
Certain reviewers call this a comeback album.
I mean, 3 years ago when we left, or 2.5 years ago, whatever it was, we weren't really happy anymore, like, because it had become too big and we were working too much and we weren't having any fun. So when we stopped, I mean, it was obvious that, there was unhappiness, and that's what happens to anybody who overworks and who loses touch with happiness, So when we stopped, we said we're going to have fun. We weren't sure whether we were going to make more music, but if the inspiration came and the love for music came back, you know, we were going to do it. So I remember when I was pregnant, I was in Canada, and Noel sent me a tape of some music, and we started writing again. And I think that's why we're really surprised that this album has done so well, because we didn't expect it at all, because we'd stopped for so long, you know.
You are my saving grace. You are my saving grace. Will you be strong while I dig out of myself? Will you be strong while I dig out of myself? You're the little thing, my saving grace. You're just a little thing, my saving grace. I remember there was nothing I could ever do, never could impress you, even if I tried. Just somebody who cares, older and empty stairs, go to bed and say my prayers, keep them satisfied. People are strangers, people in danger. People are strangers, people
I'm dying in the sun. I was looking back at the negative me, the kind of period I went through, and I was kind of saying I never want to go back to that. And now I'm moving forward, and I'm becoming a happy person like what I used to be always, you know.
hold on to me? I am feeling frail. Will you hold on to me? We will never fail. I wanted to be so perfect, you see. I wanted to be so perfect, like dying in the sun, like dying in the sun, like dying in the sun, like dying, like dying in the sun, like dying in the sun, like dying in the sun, like dying.
The most important thing is to enjoy it, and that's exactly what we're doing. And as long as we're enjoying it, then, you know, we continue to do it.
Yeah.
There was a game we used to play. We would hit the town on Friday night, stay in bed on till Sunday. We used to be so free. We were living for the love we had, living not for reality. Just my imagination, just my imagination, just my imagination. It all is mine, not mine, not mine, not imagination.